Hey guys, how are you doing? Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Yeah, you know what happened? I recorded this video yesterday, so it would have been out on Wednesday, and then when I went to edit it, I was not happy. I was just not happy with the way it looks, and I'll tell you why in a minute, okay? So hopefully this one turns out better. But, so, again, Thirsty Thursday, but nonetheless, here we are. I bottomed out my keg yesterday, so I don't have any homebrew beer at the moment, other than some that was sent to me by a fellow by the name of Lance. Lance, he sent me 2 of these. Now I'm not going to drink this on here because I'm going to do a separate Craig's review on it. But this is a Ranger Bob's Black Forest Stout, and he's got the label on there. So it's been in my fridge for what, 4 or 5 days now, and I can't, like, there's no way. Well, I can see through the neck of the bottle, and it looks like it's clear. You may not be able, you may be able to see that. Anyway, I'm going to take a chance and drink it, but after this video I'm going to do a separate segment on it, and I'll be posting that shortly. I know Lance would like to know, you know, what I think of the beer. Not that I'm a professional, you know, beer reviewer guy, but anyway, he wants to hear my comments, and I'm looking forward to tasting it. It's a stout. It's good. It's going to be good. Now, I'm filming this video with a new camera, and I need to mention this because this is really important. Okay. My plan was to get, see, I used to have, shoot, I left it over there. I have a flip camera. You remember from a few years ago, they were the ones where you pull a little button and the USB port would flip out, and then you just plug it into your computer to charge it and transfer the files. You know, it's one of those tall ones with the lens on the top, and it was a pretty cool camera, but the battery's starting to die out on it, and yes, I can put AA batteries in it, but it only shoots in 720, and it's getting a little old. The colors don't look as nice as they used to. So I decided I would have a look into a GoPro camera. And if you haven't seen one of these, I'll show you this. Switch over to my other camera here, and I'll just put it over here so you can see it. Well, there it is. You can see how small it is. I haven't got small hands, really. They're sort of average, but you can sort of see how tiny that is. And I thought that this would be, and I'll switch back, you can see my other camera. Hello. That's my normal camera that I would use. Whoops, let me see if I can get it. That I would use for shooting my videos. And I still will use this camera because it's a Canon, and it's a fantastic camera. All right. But I needed something to match the quality of that camera. I'll turn that off now. So I looked into the GoPro, and I happened to mention it on one of my videos. I think it was one of my, I don't think it was my live show. I think I mentioned it. I was looking at purchasing some stuff. And a fellow by the name of Jeff, now he doesn't really want to be mentioned necessarily. He said he was not interested in any kind of, you know, publicity, but I want to mention him anyway. He approached me in an email, and he said, I want to sponsor your GoPro camera. Now, I talked about, this isn't homebrew related, but I do need to discuss this. By the way, I'm drinking homemade wine, so there's a homebrew related part. This is good. Watch this. Let me look at it first. Yeah, there. Okay. Didn't even use any clearing agents in this, okay? And I could have, but I didn't have to. It's a California Connoisseur is the make of the beer, of the wine kit. And the type of wine is the California Red. But I put wood chips in it. I've got some other wood chips here that somebody sent me. No, I think I took them over to my brewing bench. But a few weeks ago, somebody sent me some things, and they sent the wood chips, so I'm going to be using those. Love the taste of them. They're not wood chips. It's like sawdust, basically. It's bizarre. You're pouring almost like you swept it off the shop floor. It's really weird. You're pouring sawdust into your wine when you brew it. But anyway, it tastes like it's been oak aged, you know, and it's really nice. If you guys don't drink wine, that's fine. You should still make it. You can give it away as gifts. It's $2 a bottle. You get 30 bottles of this stuff. It's easier to make than beer. It takes about 15 minutes to make a batch of wine, and then you got to do a few things to it over the next few weeks, like add stabilizer and siphon it, silly things, you know. And but you can give these things away, you know, and the people who like wine, they're going to be surprised that you made this. In fact, a lot of my neighbors, when they try it, they don't believe me. I said, well, watch my channel on YouTube. I've made 2 batches, or maybe 3 on there. So cheers. Okay, back to the camera issue. So I happened to mention that I was going to look into some sponsorship, because I can show a product, like, let's say, I don't know, I don't know, whatever, a beer kit of some sort, or I can you know, advertise like you know, a homebrew supply shop, you know, and mention them on the video, and like, you know, this video has been brought to you by so and so. I mean, everybody does it, okay? And so then in turn, they might send me a free beer kit or a free something, you know. And I've done this before, but it's kind of been like the other way around, where somebody has sent me an item from their homebrew supply shop, and then in return, I made a fuss over it on my Homebrew Wednesday, you see. So I've done that a lot, and that's fair as far as I'm concerned, to make sure that they get mentioned, all right? So there's been a few brew shops. Oh, geez, I've only had one wine too. And where I got my wort chiller from and all that. So, and I gave them lots of mention, and that's kind of like a sponsor thing, okay? But it's kind of bass backwards. What I'm looking at doing is asking somebody, I don't know who yet, if they want to sponsor a Homebrew Wednesday. And that would basically mean that they could send me a beer kit or some ingredient, and in turn, I could brew it on the Homebrew Wednesday. Because, you know, I don't know about you, but I want to do something on these Homebrew Wednesdays. I don't just want to sit here and talk all the time. I'd like to actually brew, you know. And of course, I can go out and buy brewing ingredients. I'm not that cheap. But, you know, it's just an idea. And I mentioned it on one of my videos. And so Jeff came up with an idea. He's one of my viewers. He said, I want to sponsor the purchase of your GoPro camera. And which basically means he wants to buy it for me. And of course, you know, I got back to him and I said, well, you know, they don't have to do that. And he said, no, I want to do it. I don't want any mention on your video or anything like that. Just let me do this for you, because I appreciate all you've done and everything else. So we worked it out. I gave him my PayPal, and he has sponsored the purchase of this GoPro camera. Of course, it comes with the you know, the waterproof case and all the little attachments. You stick it on stuff or whatever. What it's going to allow me to do is a lot more, especially on my Craig's Kitchen videos, because I always use 2 cameras on those, and it's hard to find a way to mount, you know, a second camera. Well, this thing is so small, okay, that, you know, you can basically, it's sitting on a cardboard box right now. I mean, it's just anywhere. You can put it anywhere. It also has an extremely wide-angle lens, which I'm not using at the moment. Although you'll see a little bit of a curvature on the edges, but that's just because there's 3 settings, and I've got it on the medium, okay? But it'll allow me to more easily create a second camera view on my videos when I'm doing them. I could even mount it on my hat. I could somehow just tie it on or whatever, and then you could see point of view what Craig sees. Well, you'll see a lot better than me. But anyway, you get my point. So that's what it's going to allow me to do. So I want to just say a big thank you to you, Jeff. And I know you're watching. I would not have been able to make this purchase this soon. We were looking at sometime in the spring. But you made it possible for it to happen now, and I really, really thank you very much. That's not a small donation whatsoever. Okay, it's pretty substantial, and I just want to thank you very, very much. In fact, I wouldn't mind having a Skype one of these days if you want, not live on a show, just private, and just thanking you in person. So it's really cool. It allows me to you know, sort of reach over, and I can pick it up, and I can just walk around. It's so small and light. It doesn't weigh any more than a box of matches, you know, and I can take it outside and go for walks and talk to you guys, and it's going to be good for a lot of things. It'll probably allow you to see a lot of the junk in my basement, though, too. That's one thing I'm a little bit worried. I'll put it back down here. Okay, and here's the cool thing, and I know this isn't homebrew related. We'll get there. It does not have a viewfinder. However, you use your tablet to frame your shots. Isn't that neat? It's a little bit of a lag there, but it's through Wi-Fi, and so I can sit here and I can see what the camera is seeing right in front of me here, just like a television, closed circuit television monitor. Cool. And that's why I didn't buy the GoPro Hero 4. This is the 3 Plus. I didn't buy the 4 because it's got the screen on it, and I didn't need that. It was more expensive, and I'm not greedy. I did the cheapest one I could manage because I wasn't paying for it. So, thanks, Jeff. You're the man. Cool. Thank you. Now we got some homebrew. I covered that. I'm going to be doing that tonight or tomorrow. What else is there? You know, there's been a lot of things sent over the years, and I get feeling kind of bad because although I show them when they come in, I show the things that people send in, they don't always see them being used, being put to use. Rest assured, and any of you guys who have sent, you know, artifacts or tools or, you know, glasses, you know, I've got clay things. One's back there. It's kind of hidden, but it wasn't hidden because I didn't have these papers here a little while ago. But it's there. It's usually, you know, showing. Over the years, there's been a lot of things donated into here, and I want you guys all to know I do use the stuff. Okay, it doesn't just get shoved, you know, away somewhere. I use the ingredients. I use the hops. I use the yeasts, and all the hardware that's been sent. All gets used, and every time I use it, I think of the person who sent it in, because it's such a nice thing when people do that for you. It's very heartwarming, and I appreciate it. I'm not letting this go to my head. I'm really making sure that I realize how lucky I am to have viewers like you guys, you know, because you all contribute, you all help out. You know, if you thumb up and you support the videos, some of you have bought shirts. I did get a $25. I haven't checked yet. I think it should be in my email. A $25 gift certificate. But his name's Kurt, and he sent me a $25 gift certificate for Ontario Beer Kegs, which is where I shipped a lot of my stuff from when I can't get it here locally. And also my friend Optimod, or Tim, his first name is Tim, he also sent me a birthday gift. Well, that's because it was my birthday on Tuesday, so that's why people are doing that. They're sending little birthday things. So that's what, $45 total. So what I'll do is I'll order a beer kit from Ontario Beer Kegs, and I'll make it something that I haven't done before, so that we'll do a little video on it. Okay, it'll probably be a partial extract with grains and hops, something like that. You know, you know, maybe one of those. One of their custom kits. We'll see what's on sale or what they've got. And so I'll be shooting a little bit of video of that, and it'll be really cool doing it with the GoPro camera because it's so easy to use. you know, and to just shoot stuff with. So thanks, guys. Thanks for those lovely, nice, thoughtful gifts. And I'll definitely get the beer kit sent to me. As soon as PayPal puts that money into my bank, I will order the kit and get it. So hopefully it'll be here by like Monday or something. Okay. So there's a lot of thank yous here today. It was my birthday. I'm 49 years old. And so, you know, I need to make sure that I remember to thank everybody. It's only polite. Cheers. Cheers to all of you. I also thought, once I found out that I was able to get this camera sooner than I thought, okay, I'm going to wait till I get the camera, wait till I play with it a little bit, make sure I get used to it, and then use it to shoot some of the other videos that I've been planning on shooting. It has much better color resolution and everything than my little flip camera. So the flip camera is retired. I might sell it for 50 bucks or something. I don't know, 40. Somewhere on Kijiji. Some kid's gonna want a camera, you know, there's whatever. So, what else is there? Oh yeah. While I'm here, there's somebody, I just mentioned him, his name's Tim, who I want to give him a little plug, because he's done a lot of work for me. Okay? And he's been very, very generous to me in regard to a lot of things. He helped pay for something for my son, a USB MIDI module for his music. He's just been really generous to me, and he's got a little thing he's starting up, which is a voiceover service where he can make, well, we call them sweepers. If you don't know what a sweeper is, let me play you a couple of sweepers that Tim did for me.
17 aftershocks felt all over the globe, emanating from the CraigTube dungeon. Sit tight, you're in for a wild ride. Cheers, 17. Who else is casting all night long? WCRAIG is my radio station. What's yours? He spends long days deep in the vinyl mines.
Records, vinyl, wow.
Crate digging for hours at a time.
We're gonna obtain a few of these, I think.
Knowing he may return home empty-handed.
Oh, I'm getting arthritis doing this. I'm gonna have carpal tunnel.
But still, he'll do it again and again. Why? Because he's got heirs to fill and memories to build. He's CraigTube.
Okay, so now you know what a sweeper is. Now he does those for me for my live radio show on Friday nights. And they really help make the show work and make it sound tight and put together and really cool. It's like shifting gears. It's really smooth, and when it works well, it's great. So if any of you guys do live broadcasts, or if you need, you know, something like that, well, I'm going to send you to his website or his YouTube channel. I'll post a link to a video that he did where he explains what he does. And you can, if you need his services, he accepts donations, and so you might get a really good deal on one of these things if you need one. What have I got planned? Well, now that I've got this new camera, I'm still going to use the other camera, of course. See, the combination of the two is what I'm looking at. Anyway, I think I'm out of time. Bored you enough with all my chatter. Please make sure you rate the thumbs up if you feel like you've enjoyed the video. And that does help us YouTubers quite a bit when you do that on our videos. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot. Cheers. Go watch some other Homebrew Wednesday videos, or go to my channel and watch some more of my videos if you want. They're always going to be there, and I really appreciate your continued support. Thank you. Keep the brewing going, okay? Just keep it going. Let's stick it to the man. No more paying high prices for beer and wine, okay? We make our own and we do it right. That's what we do. Cheers. Be safe.